Hey guys, welcome back to RHP. This is your girl Ronji, and as usual, I'm excited coming in here and talking to you guys. Now, today I want to apologize in advance. I'm about to infringe on your two favorite pleasures, and that is sex and alcohol, okay? I just want to see how they correlate, and if the combination is not working, as I know it doesn't work, you might want to make a choice at the end of the episode, okay? Now, I have to put out a disclaimer. This episode is adult rated, and so if you're having some small kids running around, you might want to pull off your earphones and listen into this conversation. So welcome, thank you so much for joining me, and so let's go right ahead. Today we want to talk about alcohol, the effect it has when it comes to sexual performance. I know sex is just not sex, there are levels of performance to it, and so let's see how alcohol actually affects our performance. And I'm going to start with ladies. They say ladies first, so ladies, gather in. We are starting with you. Number one thing that alcohol does to you is to lessen the lubrication on your vagina. For you to have good, enjoyable sex, quality sex, there's some level of lubrication that needs to happen in your vagina, and this is helpful because it allows a smooth penetration of the penis to the vagina, and it makes things work out so smoothly and softly as they should naturally, okay? And so when you take alcohol and when you take it in excess, it goes up and dries your vagina wall such that whenever there's a penetration, you're going to feel some pain. If there is one thing that I know, and I know you know it too, you might pretend, but I know you pretty much know it too, is that sex is one activity that cannot be compared to any other when it comes to pleasure. I know you know that. And so whenever it's painful, clearly that's an indication that there's a problem, something is not going down at it as it should be, because this is one thing I say it is a gift to humanity by God, because it is for fun, it is for reproduction, it is for pleasure, it is for relaxation. And after sex, you're supposed to be relaxed, feeling very nice, enjoying yourself, you might fall asleep. You're not supposed to be itching and scratching and feeling all sorts of pain in your vagina just because you didn't have enough lubrication. And that's why today we have to talk about it as a reminder that, you want to check on your alcohol consumption. If you've been having those dry sex, which end up to be a bad experience, you don't enjoy the penetration, and after sex you're always chasing for antibiotics to treat yeast infections and all manners of infections, it's time you decide between your bottle of alcohol and your pleasure when it comes to sex. Now let's be fair and clear on something. Lack of lubrication can be caused by so many other factors away from alcohol consumption. It could be having stress, it could be something else, it could be a condition you have which is medical. Any other thing can cause, your vagina to not give enough lubrication when it is required. But we are saying alcohol is one of them. And so if your alcohol intake has been high as a lady, you might want, and you've been experiencing dry vagina, dry sex, lack of enough lubrication, it's time you check and see whether you can make adjustments to it. I know we have special relationship with alcohol. That is one relationship that it is hard to break. You might not need to break it entirely, but try to bring it down. If you are taking a certain amount of alcohol, you might want to bring that level down so that you observe if it's going to make some changes when it comes to your sexual health. Now let's talk to men. Men, what does alcohol do to you? There is this common condition that men have, which is called ED, erectile dysfunction, whereby a man may not be able to get an erection, and if you're lucky to get an erection, it's not going to last you longer, and it's not going to be hard enough to engage in sex, okay? Inaenda tu kwa, it's an erection, but it's just there. It's not hard enough. Nobody is sure whether you've actually erected or you are in the process of erecting. Some sort of, condition you don't want to have. And it ends up giving men depression. It ends up lowering their self-esteem. They feel like less of men just because they cannot erect properly. And it's a condition that is treatable. One good thing is that it's treatable, but before we treat it, we have to look into the source. If you are one of those men who have been experiencing erectile dysfunction, You might want to check if you have a background that has something to do with alcohol. If you do, your problem could be figured out very quickly. You know, alcohol does that to men, especially if you're taking it in excess. You might start experiencing some of those erectile dysfunction, and it is not fun. It is not fun when you are called to work, to duty. Mama is ready to receive you, and she's longing to have some action, and you can't manage to bring yourself up to the task. It can be embarrassing, it can be all sorts of uncomfortable. And so it's time again, men, to check on your consumption of alcohol. If it does that to you, then it means you need to make some adjustments. And so it depends with your priorities in life. If you choose to, continue consuming alcohol as you have been doing, then you're going to suffer sexual health and sexual pleasure. And that's okay. If that is your choice, that's okay. Only that it's not going to affect you alone. It's going to affect your partner. It's going to affect your wife, if you have one. And maybe it's going to affect your fertility. That is if you haven't had opportunity to bring forth children yet, okay? So go ahead and make adjustments. If you want to, turn things over to the better, you might want to reduce that alcohol intake and enjoy your sexual life. As I said before, sex is meant for pleasure and it's meant to be enjoyed. No need to suffer, no need to feel some sort of way about it. It is something that you can have pleasure doing, and you should have pleasure doing. So check on your alcohol, check on how it correlates with your sexual life. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Have you ever had any condition whereby you were told to reduce on your alcohol intake? Share with us in the comment section. Are you having trouble getting into sexual intercourse because of alcohol? That is something we can help you with, and we can even offer therapy. We can refer you, we can recommend a therapist to sit down and talk to you, because we know it's a habit and it's an addiction. It is something that it is not easy to abandon altogether, but with proper guidance, you will be able to be assisted and to make adjustments on your life. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Did you learn something on this episode? Do you have something you want to ask concerning what we've discussed about? Let us know in the comment section. Talk to me. If you want to reach out to us, go ahead and do so. I'm going to leave my email address in the comment section, and we are going to meet again on another episode. It's been pleasure talking to you guys, and as usual, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Share with your friends if it's relevant to them. Share with them, and let's meet again on another episode. And until then, God bless you.